Hey, what's going on? I got a good one for you. Yeah, when you get a Walmart bike, you gotta custom make it. You gotta end up tearing it apart, maintaining it yourself. I'm taking parts off of everything, and yeah, I'm making this, making it custom. Here's the toolbox I bought off line for doing this stuff. So this is the original tire for this bike. I'm going to swap them back. Huge thing I've been having is the bike trails where we are has huge amounts of debris. So when they maintain the bike trail, walk trail, whatever you want to call it, they blow sticks and stickers and all kinds of stuff, and I'm constantly getting flat tires. So I think I'm going to just eliminate the bike trail. I mean, go maybe to the first part of it, and then there's a part where I can get onto a road and just ride on the road because I'm just tired of somebody's maintaining the bike trail that knows nothing about bikes. So therefore, they leave all the crap on the trail. They need to blow it all off after they mow, and it's not being done. So I'm constantly getting, poked. The tires are getting poked, and basically the tube is getting poked. So you got to replace the tube, and then you got to go through the tire and make sure that there ain't nothing in it. It's just a pain, very much of a pain. But I'm really handy. I've been a handy man all my life. I can pretty much tear up about everything and put it back together as long as you don't need a specialty tool or engineered screwed stuff up and made it where you can't even fix it. You got to take it in. I mean, I'd rather work on 70s and 80s stuff, but I got to make do what I got. So, like I said, I tightened up all the spokes. I've replaced about 3 of them because they broke. Yeah. You wouldn't think they'd break, right? I had a 10-speed when I was a kid. I put 3,200 miles on that bike. Never replaced a tire. Never broke anything. I think the only thing I did is we greased the bearings on the pedal part. And it was 10 speeds where, they had the handlebars looped, It lasts forever. I think it was a Swin too, but I'm not sure. Well, America, we need to get back to that because everything we got now is a piece of junk. The metal's junk, the parts are junk, the specs are junk, and therefore your factories are all making junk. So, we've adopted this China syndrome crap where half-assed stuff is okay. Pass it. And it's always messed up. Always messed up. I mean, I work for a finery out here, and they're the same way. Corporation, China, they're buying stuff from probably China, who knows. But they're when corporations adopt this acceptable crap, car, this when everything, truck, that's when everything is jacked up. So if everybody wants to wonder why is everything junk? Everything's made to throw away. These bikes were made to throw away, but you don't have to. You can maintain them if you got any kind of maintenance skills at all. I've replaced bearings and everything. These bikes are, my Mongoose here. You can't tell right now, but everything's been replaced on it, bearings and everything, tires, brakes, even the cables. You can see where they fell apart. They just dry rotted. So I put black tape around them to hold them together so it would work. So I'll just keep using it as long as it works. because otherwise I got to go buy new plastics, take all this apart, put it all back. It's ridiculous. So this bike here is probably 8 to 10 years old. A throwaway bike, and it's 8 to 10 years old now because I maintain it. This one here is it feels better when you ride it. It's a little bit different bike. It's a SC 29 inch, and it rides good, it feels good, but like I said, it's a Walmart bike and a piece of junk. So I had to do the same thing to this bike as I've been already done to this bike. So basically I'm getting both back together. They've all the bearings have been replaced. Everything's been greased on it. You know, you could put oil in these cables because they get corroded in the plastic part. So you can put oil in there and it makes them all work better and stuff. Yeah, they're throwaway bikes, but you know what? They don't have to be. You know, you pay $120 for them. And then, you know, those other bikes, they want to charge you, oh my God, $500-$600 because it's a better product, better parts. Well, if these are throwaway bikes, I got news for you. There's a ton of parts, tons. You just got to replace the bearings and, you know, every year maintain it. I mean, you could take them all apart, and they all got bearings everywhere. I mean, but yeah, I mean, why not? Why waste your money? It's ridiculous. I go to a place, a certain bike place where I like to deal with them rather than you don't know who they are. I mean, you find somebody you like and you stay with them as long as they're doing you good. I mean, this here, I bought a tire from him, but he put a wrong tube in there. He gave me the wrong tube. He put a 700, give me a 700 tube for a 29-inch tire, which it worked, but it's too much for that 700. So you got to buy a 29-inch tube because it's a bigger tube. So it's not being overstretched is what I'm saying. So, you know, even the professionals screw up. I'm not gonna chew him up over it because I like the dude and we talk, and you know, if I have any questions, he has no problem telling me. I mean, those are the guys you want. You don't want to take it in and say, well, let me look at it, I'm gonna charge your ass, and then not even teach you nothing. But if you got any questions at all, and if your bike place or whatever you're doing, if they don't give you any information, you're probably going to the wrong place. That's my opinion. I mean, if you take your car in, are they going to tell you what's wrong with it and what they did and how they fixed it? That's what you want. You want to know what they did so you know, so you've learned. You know, learn shit. Not just take it in and say, oh, on paper, is it done? That's the new way, and I ain't doing that shit. I want to learn I learned to work on diesel trucks. I had a 7.3 95, 7.3, loved it. Should never have sold it. I went on YouTube and learned a lot how to work on stuff. We're replacing the glow plugs, the injectors, and all that stuff. Replaced all the brake lines and did everything. So when you learn it, you know it. And if it's just on paper saying, well, we replaced this or the brake lines got replaced, and you don't know how to do it, you're going to be dumb all your life. I'd rather be smart. So I'm mechanically inclined. I'd love to be an engineer, but the way the schooling is right now, engineers are dumb. You know, look at the stuff that they design. They're dumb. They're just flat out dumb. I know engineers that has no schooling but been taught by other engineers and, you know, 101 stuff, and then they kind of made it their own, and they're smarter than the engineers. So that shows you right there that your degree is a piece of shit. It's just paper. That's it. We got a little dog now. I try to have him out here when I'm doing this work. Jeez. So he got tangled up around this. I mean, it's long enough. It's tied to this beam right here. So he can go out in the yard and go to the bathroom. And No, he goes around this way, around that, around this, and somehow gets it all caught up into here. Yeah, it's all the way over to here. So, I'm trying to work, trying not to let my dog get hung either. So, yeah, I had to take him in. It was too much. Too much. Okay, hang on for a second here. Okay, so let's have a chat. I like to work on two bikes at the same time. Mostly since I'm combined in them and stuff. Let's talk about the Charlie Kirk stuff. What I've come to find out is it's all a red flag. You got everybody jumping everywhere, pissing everybody off, making all these assumptions, which I did. And yeah. And so I was putting stuff up that I thought was true because they were talking really bad about her. And I'm like, oh my God, is their family all messed up like this? And it ended up being not true. Oh. Well, that's flooring. No, don't get me started on that company. They pretty much, the mayor of this town, I guess okayed, or I'm not really sure, but we had a Army surplus place, which we love to go to. They got some cool stuff. And the owners of the building, because it's a lot, like everything in the world, raised the price 3 times the amount. 3 times. To push them out. And I know this because I talked to the owners. And then what do? They lower the price because they got Wabash flooring and tile in there, and they put the price back down. Tell me there ain't no shenanigans going on there, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is supposed to be easier. But of course, it's being difficult. Yeah, hang on for a second. I'm getting it. God. A little bit of finger smashing. Ouch. Now I know why I wear gloves. Yeah, there's a lot of bull crap going on in this world right now as it sets, corporations and whatnot. But to get back to Charlie Kirk, there's so many things that they had. This person shot him. No, it came from that direction. No, that person. They were so fast to indict that kid, and there's no way he did it. Don't know exactly what all that was about, but there's no way he did it because a long rifle, you just can't tear down that fast. And, there's just no way. And then there's another one where, the angle where he was shot was in the back of the head and it exited here, which is what they were trying to do with the kid. They were trying to say, oh, he got shot there. There's so many things going on. Then I realized something. If anybody knows this, anything you know about clones, that they can't make the ears right. We got earlobes, right? You go back to that video, Charlie Kirk don't have earlobes. So I'm like, oh, that's a false flag. So everything I was learning and putting up on my podcast was a bunch of crap. And everybody else was too. I like watching Heavy Country. There's another dude called DD. I listened to him, and ended up being everybody was wrong. Everybody, even me. So everybody's got to remember that they've been doing false flags to get your attention over here as they're doing stuff over here. Yeah. And what they're doing, I really don't know. I just know that we're getting very close to the end of this crap. And, you know, like right now, they're doing Portland, California, Los Angeles, California, Chicago. It's all blowing up with Antifa and stuff, if you're watching. And you know, the funny part is, it's not even on the news. Very little. Fox might have a little bit. There's podcasters out there. Just type in Portland protest or Chicago protest, and you're going to get a lot of podcasters. Those are the ones you want to go with, because they're not lying to you. They're not lying to you. The media, the mainstream media, is either not covering it, or they're lying, or maybe they're just showing what they want you to see. And that seems to be the case all the time. But I know some people got mad at me because I put some Charlie Kirk stuff up that they didn't agree with. But the fact of it is, all of us are wrong. I had to remember, I'm like, oh, this is a false flag, this is just a movie kind of thing, But, and then when I put my last video up, it was this guy that was telling you that it's almost over, it's going to come out. I realized, dang, I got too involved into this shit, and it's coming to an end. It's been going on for a long, long time. I mean, people have given up on this stuff. I haven't. I just got involved in the, hurry up, get to the end, let's go, get to the end. Yeah, that ain't no good, because you end up falling back into it. But, yeah, the Charlie Kirk stuff, nah. Just don't fall for it. It's a bunch of crap. See, so this goes on this tire. I just wanted to tell you that because too many of us have been falling for this crap. Just get it in there, baby. Get in there, baby. Hang on, we're getting it. I never said it was easy. You have to make adjustments all the time. Yeah. Yesterday I was working on my bikes and I got them all together. I just got to get another tube for the other bike. I'll have 2 functioning great 21 speed bikes, mountain bikes. So anyway, we were talking about Kirk and all that stuff, but today I want you to watch this quick little video of some warnings of poisons that they're putting in certain things that you're taking, like medicines and cold medicines and flu stuff, and the most important is I've been doing a lot of videos on how bad cops are and how they don't know the Constitution. Well, that's not the facts at all. I mean, it is true, but that's not the reasons why cops are being, treasonous or cruel to the public. They're being that way because they're basically programmed or scripted or trained. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, let's take a look at this guy, and he's going to give you a little heads up.
Now today, I want to go through this is more or less an alert of what I've been researching here as of yesterday, and of course it did go viral, the dangers of Tylenol, but it just doesn't sit at Tylenol. There's drugs that are contained or that have been put into not just Tylenol, drugs containing acetaminophen, aluminum dioxide, and mercury, and some poison. They're all cancerous, and they will destroy your liver, kidneys, cause blindness, and even childbirth defects. Tylenol is one of them. Excedrin, NyQuil, Dayquil, Advil. Second here. Aspirin, Midol, Bayer Back and Body, Aleve, Tylenol Extra Strength, Advil again. It goes on and on. Vicks VapoRub, Benadryl, cough, congestion, whatever it is. Everything. And when I checked into the big grocery store that was here, I was even checking the cold and flu products, the pain relievers, the Robitussin, the Theraflu, all of it, Excedrin, even the Somanix, and for the children, there's a Tylenol again, the Motrin, Advil, and of course, other things that stop fevers. All of it has contaminant in it, acetaminophen and aluminum dioxides, mercuries that will cause cancers. We all have to stop buying this product. Now we can debate on that, what's in there, but as long as what I saw today, the stuff is still on the shelf and people are still buying it up, and I'm telling everybody, stop taking it because you are poisoning yourself. Another thing, and I want to direct this to all our beautiful women in the world, stop using the makeup, stop using the lipstick, the deodorants, the bath salts, the soaps and stuff like that. Be very, very careful what you buy to wash yourself with. Even the dish soap has all these bad cancerous products in it, especially the clothes detergents. All of it's got to be stopped. All of it's got to be cleaned up. Now, we can debate this back and forth about, the makeups that they're doing, and I know it's going to be very, very hard for a lot of women to stop wearing makeup, but I'm going to tell you, us guys want to see a healthy woman. We do not want to see an unhealthy woman caked on with makeup on. We just don't. And, and I want to go back a little bit of history here. When I was young growing up, women did not wear makeup in the 60s, late 60s and 70s, and, it was, our brain waves back then was all about love and light and freedom and flower children, and, yes, there was some, what we call it party drugs, okay, but they were clean, and life was good back then. And now everything that you turn to is poison. And I want to sound the alarm on that, okay? We have to start deprogramming ourselves. And it's like I said before, the illiterate will not be, of the 21st century, will not be people that cannot read or write, but it will be people to try to deprogram themselves from all the lies and the bad products that they put on themselves to go back to the natural way of doing things. This is going to be the biggest challenge of humanity's life. And we can say that, Robert F. Kennedy is out there stopping the chemtrailing, and he's up there doing this and stopping, bringing all this stuff off the shelves, and the manufacturers shutting them down and burning up these manufactured plants. All this can go on, and it's a war. But I believe, based on what I have visioned, what I have investigated in the last day or two, has been nothing but cancerous drugs that have been additives into all our beauty products, all our big pharma medicines, all our all of that has to go away. And I knew this long time ago, but it's really becoming. It's at the point now where since the Tylenol alert came down the other day, I thought and I felt it was time for me to come up and say something. I've been working into products. There is products out there. There's soaps out there that are, that have no contaminants in them. They're completely organic. And if you do a little bit of studying, some home farm ingredients type thing, stuff that you can even pull from your garden, yucca plants, all this other stuff that you can make soaps out of this stuff. I really stress that we all have to try to start getting back to that stuff. Like I said, I practice what I preach. I do not have soaps, or even my deodorants. I'm almost out, but I've gotten them from organic places in the Philippines. But I do know how to make my own, cleansing stuff, and I am practicing that right now. And it's it's actually more economical than buying the big expensive products that are in the big box stores, which are going to disappear anyways. And you may as well start retraining yourself now, because when we go into our new world, none of the stuff will be existing. You have to remember, everybody, please understand that what this surrounds us right now is all deep state, and it's all the old matrix. That's why all of it's got to come down, because it's not of our world. We did not develop it. These are all corporations designed to take humanity and submit it to their need, their control. They want to have control over everything, and we have to be there to say, no, we will find our own natural path to freedom. And that's why you're going to see in the coming days, if not weeks, military starting to take over cities and clean out all the garbage that connects themselves to these big satanic corporations. And I hope that's not coming soon enough. Now, I want to also add that the NPCs that are controlling our countries now, that are completely corrupt, they are being NPC controlled and scripted. These NPCs will never have a press conference. You will never able to ask them questions directly, because they run on a script, and their script is about the decimation of humanity. And we're talking about digital IDs and gasoline prices, what they are. I mean, all of this is basically there to inflict pain and suffering in our lives. And we have to recognize these monsters for what they are. These what they call politicians could not hold a job if their life depended on it. And I'm talking about the original ones. These ones probably already got removed and taken over by a clone, and are run automatically or scripted through their handlers. Okay, and I'm talking about everybody, including Trump. Trump is, you're not going to see Trump, the real Trump, out there doing and saying the things that he does. It's just that is not him. He's being, held in a very secret, safe location, well protected, and he's letting this military-controlled operation script itself out, and there is nothing that we can do. except walk amongst the walking dead, the NPCs. And as you may notice, Patriots, Star Season Light Workers, you will notice that there is more and more videotapes of people maybe at the gym, or they're walking in the superstore or some kind of a grocery store, and they're saying, I just saw a reptilian. I just saw, a person with black eyes. They don't look normal. Are they human? What's going on here? And this is all about the exposure. This is all finally starting to come out now. We are now in it, and humanity is waking up. Even the people that did not want to wake up are now waking up. And you're going to see a lot of this stuff happening. And remember, any law enforcement or law authority that you are encountering or having to engage in, please do not engage them. They have had many, many Kool-Aid shots, and they are sugared up to the top, if you know what I mean. They are, at any different frequency that they're in line with, could erupt into or trigger them into doing something they don't want to do. And this is why you've maybe seen so many police do some very, very heinous things to law-abiding citizens and people that did no harm, because they're being triggered by frequency, because they are all Kool-Aid up, all right? So we're seeing the unfolding of what the dark, deep, satanic elements have created for our environment, and we are having to deal with these dark elements now. And like I said, we have to keep ourselves safe. We have to keep ourselves protected, with protection. And we also have to keep ourselves healthy until we get through this very bad time of what is going on in our world right now. And it's just not just in Canada. It's absolutely everywhere. It's mostly in the States. I mean, it's in Europe. It's everywhere. I'm not seeing it as much as in Asia as I am here, but it's getting really cranked up here. And, like I said, anybody with a badge on that is still holding a job, they're contaminated, seriously contaminated, because they would not have that badge on or that uniform on, and you know what I'm talking about, unless they were Kool-Aid up. And that means that they're full of nanotech, and we have to avoid them. Keep all your lights on your vehicles working, drive the speed limit. Do not attract any attention that's going to get you pulled over, okay? They're the ones that have a gun, and they are full of Kool-Aid, and anything could trigger them at any time, as we've been witnessing for the last few years now. We've been witnessing the aggressive tyrannical bullshit they've been handing out to our law-abiding citizens. This has got to stop, and it will stop. And again, we have to be safe. Protect your bodies, your skin. Try to move into alternatives. Listen, ladies, that guys love you with no makeup. Understand that. I would rather see a woman with no makeup on and her hair nicely combed. And you know what? We don't mind a little bit of BO. We're okay with it. A female BO is actually a turn on for us guys, okay? So let's move off with all the fake, utter bullshit, and let's get back to a natural way of living, all right? Bye for now.
So there you go. That explains a lot since I've been doing these podcasts and putting up government audits. Explains a lot. So you're going to have to just maintain, be safe, and be patient. And yeah, get out of the matrix by don't be taking these medicines, these cold medicines and all that stuff that are just tearing up your bodies and killing yourself within. Everything is bad. So look at everything. I've been watching podcasts, the guys I like to watch, and now it explains a lot why they're in so much deep crap. I mean, these guys got big lawyers and money to fight them, but the thing of it is, it just trigger one stupid cop, and they're going to be shot because it's getting bad. So hang in there, be smart, and get out there in nature and exercise and get in shape. I know I am, because I just fixed my bike and